There's no way. Wow, I've been waiting so long for this book to come. If y'all don't know, this is the 11th Dogman book, and there was actually a pretty significant, a pretty huge gap between the 10th book and the 11th book. I guess Dave Pilkey was creating some kind of movie, like I was saying in this video, in the other video. There was going to be some kind of Dogman movie, but I guess it never came out. I have to check again. I actually haven't been up to date with the Dogman series, except for the fact that this is the 13th book, which is why I'm so excited to have this right in here in my hands. Currently, this is a very special moment for me, all of you, and all of the entire Dogman community. I think you can see why, because this book is considered to be very crazy, and I am glad to be there for all that craziness. Now, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. I have no idea why this box is already opened. I guess this is some kind of new phenomenon. Yeah, no reason why it's opened already. This knife's here, but the box is opened. No idea why that is. And I've definitely not seen the book already. These are my first impressions. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. Dogman 20,000 Fleas Under the Sea, the 11th book of the series. There was a 3-year gap between the 10th book and the 11th book. Right, one thing I'm noticing right away is that the book fits pretty much perfectly with the box, which is very satisfying, which means they actually have a custom box for this book. Actually, no, it doesn't really fit perfectly, but that's alright. And wow, this is the book. Right away, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Just the color gradient with the blue and the yellow looks so great under the title. And the waves right away, it's probably the most amazing feature of this cover. The waves, I can see how Dave Pilkey put a lot of effort into this book just to overwhelm us after the 3-year gap. 20,000 Fleas Under the Sea, that's the title. Pretty long title compared to the previous books, which had a pretty short title. On the cover, you could see Super Dogman, whatever his suit is called, not just the basic form of Dogman, with Lil Petey on some kind of ship. I guess this book is going to be related to water. There's been a water obsession these years. And this is what the back cover looks like. Pretty nice, pretty unique actually. And I'm actually going to show the side cover first. I love this gradient with the white into the blue, and overall it has a purple colored palette. And on the cover, if you don't know, in every Dogman book they put some kind of character just to give us an idea of who's one of the characters in this book. And this is Piggy, some new form of Piggy, I don't know. We'll have to read to find out. This is the back cover. Oh man, I love this gradient from the black to the purple with this scheme. Looks absolutely gorgeous. This is actually probably my most favorite cover of the entire series. Compared to the other books had actually a pretty solid color, but here you have yellow, blue, pink, purple, and just a generally pretty warm color palette. And again, I'm just going to keep saying this again, the waves look so nice. On the back, I want to show you this really close. All aboard the friend ship, ha 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 ha. And you can read these if you want. It doesn't explain too much about the book, so I don't need to focus on this too much. But I guess this book is actually a sequel from the 10th book. I do remember that the 10th book ended on this scene in the night, which was actually a pretty dramatic scene. And I'm glad this book brings that scene up again. Now this is the moment you've all been waiting for. I guess the big moment was you seeing the book, but now the second big moment is you actually seeing what's inside. Now, if you don't know, for every Dogman book, it has a certain color palette. So a color palette on the cover, a color palette on the side, in this little area, on the subcover, on these front few pages, and on the string. This is the string, this little string that separates the pages from the hardcover. Here you have a nice broad, bold, dark blue and a blue and white string, which is pretty nice, which connects to, probably there's going to be some kind of water theme in this book, which I'm very excited to see because I haven't seen that before at all, actually. Wow, this is my first time seeing the subcover. This is called a subcover. I'm pretty sure that I just made that up. But again, yeah, I was right. Water. I see waves, there's bubbles, and Lil Petey and one of the fleas. And Lil Petey and one of the tadpoles are underwater with Dogman. I guess we'll just have to read to find out what this could mean, but it does actually interest me very much. Again, it has a completely different cover for the sub cover area than in the main cover. But now I'm going to see what's inside here. Here's just a bunch of boring stuff. Again, in every single book, they usually write that. Alright, and here are the chapters. It actually has 16 chapters, over 16, which is actually, I'm pretty sure, more than the usual amount of chapters. Oh, and here we have Meet the Cast. I was missing this for a while. I remember in the 10th book it actually had this too. This was a pretty new feature. Here in Meet the Cast there are 11 characters. I don't know if that connects to this being the 11th book, because 11 is a pretty random number. But here we have Dogman, Petey, Lil Petey, Molly, Sarah Hadoff, and of course Zuzu, Chief, the Nurse Lady, AD, HD, Piggy, Crunky, and Bub, and Darl. Here are the fleas. Again, I'm glad we are able to meet them, and I'm very interested to see what the fleas will have to do in this book. But if you want, you could read the description of each of these characters. I just know all of these because I remember them despite the 3-year gap, so I don't need to read these. Wow, just the paper texture is so nostalgic. I guess a 3-year gap between the 10th book and this 11th book. Dave Pilkey used to make one book per year, but here was a 3-year gap. And so I forgot a few things, but it's really nostalgic to come back to this. Today I'm going to go over chapter 1. I guess that's going to be part 1. So chapter 1 is Dogman Jumps the Shark. No idea what that could possibly mean. I guess it's going to have some shark or something. And again, there's Dogman's favorite squirrel. And for some reason, he is on a leash. That's very concerning. But we have to read to find out. And wow, I've not seen a comic in quite a while, but here we are. And I'm going to start reading for y'all. So as you can see, it's probably some kind of Christmas theme because Chief has a Christmas scarf on, actually. I wonder what that could mean, other than it being Christmas, of course. We're almost there. Thanks for coming with me on my date, Dogman. I'm a little nervous. Is my breath okay? Sniff, sniff. Oh boy, this is gonna be great. She's already here. Shark Shack. What do I do, Dogman? What do I say? What if she doesn't like me anymore? Push, 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 push. Hiya, Chief. Hi, Nurse Lady. And hello, Dogman. Slurp. Well, gee, tap, tap, tap. Oh, do you like the sky? Yeah, I guess so. Oh. Well, are you 3 blabbermouths gonna order some food? Hey, what's that dog doing here? He's not a dog. He's Dogman. Well, he sure looks like a dog to me. And we don't allow dogs. Oh yeah? Well, I don't see a sign. No dogs allowed. Are you happy now? And since you violated our sign, I'm gonna take this dog leash, click, and tie him to this trash can where he belongs. Now he can't cause any trouble. Ha ha ha. Hey, zoom. Yeah, crash. Oh boy, this is very dramatic. Clunk. Zoom. Zip. Gotcha. Splat. Drip, drip, drip. Click. Whoosh. You better not hurt him. Who's gonna stop me? We are, with the power of Fliporama. Wow, I've not seen this in quite a long time, especially this title. And today it says cheesy animation technology for a bold new world. I guess new world refers to this being a new book after a pretty big gap. But I remember how to do Fliporama, so I'm not going to read through the steps. Oh, and right here it actually continues. You can't tell me what to do. Oh, yes, we can. You and what army? Him and this footy. Let the fight begin. So this is a date fight. Very interesting. No, I've actually forgotten how to do this. Okay, so I actually see an animation coming along. Okay, there we go. And so, are you okay, Dogman? Well, I guess we better go. Okay, but first... Twist, twist. Now dogs allowed. That's better. Oh look, new customers. Ruff, 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 ruff. How sweet. See you later, sunshine. What's wrong, Chief? This date was a disaster. Are you kidding? This was the funniest date ever. Thanks, Chief. High five. Alright, and this is chapter 2. I absolutely love the artwork. Especially on chapter 2, I just love this gradient. And out the windows you can see certain plants, which is a pretty nice touch. Mini jail. So, Piggy, what's he up to now? I'm very interested in seeing. But that was chapter 1. I guess it gives us an introductory to what's going on. But Chief is on a date with the nurse, which is great. But so far, nothing related to the previous books. But here are all the chapters again. We've just read this one. And I'm really excited to look at all the other ones. Alright.